I actually find it works best if you make like a little, actually we'll start with one chair and we'll stack it up from there. What's nice about these stacking chairs is we can figure out exactly the height it needs to be. Because we're using a bag about this much, because you want to get your whole process flow ahead of time, because you are dealing with something sterile. So basically what I'm doing is I'm dialing in the height of this chair so that the very tip of this bag is feeding directly into this right here, because let's say we do it like this. Now, well, you just put a bunch of ultrafine sawdust in there. So you go and you bend this over, your sawdust is going to spill forward. Now luckily the mycelium is doing its job and it's holding all of this together, which is a whole nother workshop on the importance of mycelium in our greater ecosystems and preventing erosion and whatnot. That doesn't work so good. So you want your bag to stay upright as you seal it. But now there's another curveball. You want your bag to be upright, but you're trying to do this, so you're like juggling. And this is seemingly like, okay, why are you showing this? This is probably the most important thing that I can show you right now, because this is not something you just all of a sudden come to in your mind. You get the height just right so that you can do everything with the bag with just one hand. Ideally, you can do it so it's literally just sitting perfectly inside of there, and then that way, now I can seal it. And then it's going to be a red light. And as soon as that red light goes away, you're going to press these buttons right here, and then I'll be helping you guys with it. Red light's there for a while. And then what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to double seal our bag. So open up, reclose it, and then what's going to happen, we need to double seal it because the bags are a little bit dirty, unfortunately. What I really need to start doing is pasteurizing those separately in a separate pot, or maybe my Instant Pot at home, so that it's not getting covered in sawdust from putting it alongside. That's me being lazy and just throwing it all into the same pasteurization chamber. After doing it today, I can safely say don't do that, because what happens is you get it here, and now you've got sawdust chunks preventing you from sealing your bag properly. And that can, ruin the entire operation. So that double seal is to account for that potential sawdust contamination. It's to account for maybe some of you didn't fold your bag over right. Basically, it's to account for us all being amateurs here. Me, I'm a professional amateur. I've done it enough now that I can fake it till I make it, but I am not someone who does this to draw an income from. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I'm not at that level, but I think if someone who did know how to grow mushrooms on that sort of professional level, I think they'd be charging a lot of money, or what I find is they don't even bother to share their knowledge with the community because they see it as a potential threat that they're creating for themselves. So luckily, I don't make enough money from this to put at risk me teaching you all of my special secrets that I've learned over the years.
Lucky us.
That's what I'm here for. So I think we have everything ready to go. The bag sealer station, so the way that this will go, and then you're going to take one of these to go with you, because you're not going to remember, so basically, we can go over this together real quick. Keep somewhere consistent temperature, 60 to 75. Check on the bag weekly to make sure white mycelium is the only thing growing in it. That's the fastest way to know. If you see black or you see green, I'd say that's the two most common oopsie colors. You know something's gone wrong. And a lot of times it's because you put it somewhere that's fairly dirty to begin with, or it was obviously infected during this whole process right here. Even if it is contaminated, not all is lost though. Sometimes the oyster can win out and either redominate that infection, or it just kind of lives with it. And then, you lose 10% of your bag to the green mold, but then 90% of your bag carries on strong. You poke your hole on the side with all the white on it, and then you can actually still get a mushroom out of it. If you have an infected bag though, you only want to try to do one flush from it. Once you get that first flush, just take it outside. Don't let it put bad spores of some other weird thing in your house, or let's say you get into growing mushrooms, you don't want it to spoil the whole batch, so to speak. Once the bag is completely white, about 3 months, up to 5 months if you are putting it in a cold basement through the winter, that's when you can go and just poke a hole anywhere, or poke as many holes as you want if you want to see what happens. So I'll put these on this chair right here. We'll have this little station And then this is the literature that comes with it. And so oyster on straw is probably what we're just going to use. Actually, do they have an oyster on sawdust one here? Nope, I don't think so. But this has a lot of factoids. It tells you all about grain spawn, plug spawn, all that other stuff. So for those of you who aren't doing a kit, or maybe you're just bored waiting for it to be your turn, well, there's that stuff right there. Oh, there's also an organic certification in here. In case you guys are curious, I went ahead and got all that. And that's a receipt. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to get a tarp out, and then let's start with the kids. Go and pull up your sleeves, wash your hands, and parents, if you could make sure that would be great. Any other concerns, you can ask them right now.
I want to get a chicken online, and I had no idea what I was doing. And I left it in the box so that it would thing. But the instructions